God damn. Sorry. Hey!
Don't worry about it.
I feel like we're established podcasters.
Yeah.
We are,
I agree.
5 years, level of maturity questionable, but I think the amount of time we've been doing a podcast makes us somewhat professional.
We almost had like a pretty well-oiled machine going on around here.
How come I have a mic stand that's about as loosey-goosey
Is it cracked?
as a first girl victim in a slasher movie?
I don't know, man.
She gets cracked too.
Yeah, I get it. Welcome to SlashU.
Hey, SlashU, my name's Nick.
I'm Andy.
We talk about old, cheesy, campy, sometimes forgotten horror movies made between now and then.
There's so many of them, Nick.
You can hit us up on OnlyFans.
Can you?
Yes. This new post I did, it's a callback to when wizards ruled the woods.
Okay.
So I went out in nothing but a wizard's hat, and
Nothing
a
but
camera,
a wizard.
and a wand.
All right.
I mean 2 wands.
Get it,
If
I
you
get
know
it.
what I mean, because
Yeah.
the other one is the penis.
Erect penis.
Yes. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that the
1
joke went
minute
through.
in, and
No,
I
but
said
for real,
erect
for real,
penis.
for real, for real, for real.
All right,
Find us
yeah.
on Instagram.
Yes.
/U_podcast. Hit us up if you want to talk. /UPodcast@gmail.com.
Or just slashupodcast.com.
Yeah, you have been up on the pills on that one. You've been doing a great
website?
the webmaster.
Yeah, thanks.
Webmaster Andy.
I guess, but more work to do. You know, obviously we're amateurs here, but we're experts on the movies.
We do love movies, don't we? I mean, I guess that's what our podcast is based on. Movies.
It is, and this is episode 207.
207. And want to just make a quick nod to the Milwaukee Horror Con. What a great weekend.
That was awesome.
We
Yeah.
had so many friends.
That was the episode that aired last week.
We have so many new horror friends. I love going out to the horror cons
They're-
and meeting the people.
Yeah, we're gonna probably branch out. We're gonna look at doing some others because the Milwaukee one obviously is home turf. But we had our friend of the show, Joe Prosit, friend and author, said we got to come to Minnesota to Crypticon.
Yeah, we've
There's
got
stuff in Illinois.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Ohio's got that banger that I know Colby and one of his homies just went out to. The name aloofs me right now, but
That's okay. And because we've done over 200 episodes, there is now a Thursday release.
Oh yes, tell
Which
me
is
more
brand
about that
new.
one, Andy. Please
For
tell
those
me
of
more.
you, for those of you who might be like, "What the hell did they do?" On Thursdays, you catch a classic episode of SlashU. It's called SlashU Held Back.
That's
Keeping with
brilliant.
our classroom
Get it?
theme.
Because you're held back,
Yeah.
like you since you didn't pass the class, you got to go back and do another class.
Right.
Woo woo! We're keeping
So-
up with that /U motif.
I get it.
Professors Nick and Andy.
So every Thursday on the SlashU feed, if you're a subscriber, you're going to get a bonus episode of SlashU that's a classic from back in the day.
I hope like, what if we peaked back then and now we're just crap?
No one would know.
They wouldn't?
I don't know. It's hard to determine the exact moment when we peaked.
Well-
Perhaps it haven't even occurred yet.
I am just stoked on the new friends that we have. Well, I don't know if they're friends anymore. If they listen to the podcast, they might have dipped out already. But
Oh,
the
I hope
friends we used to have. But speaking of friends, Andy,
Yeah.
would you rather get your nipples twisted aggressively every time you see a friend, but they also give you a cupcake after, or have no friends at all?
Oh man. Well, I definitely want to see a friend and get my nipples twisted and
You get a cupcake,
earn that cupcake.
but
Because
aggressively. That's aggressively, man. Like, it's gonna hurt.
both of them,
Both
dude.
nipples, not nipple. It was plural.
I know. I'm holding both.
I know. So
Yeah, I'm imagining a purple nurple times 2. And then a cupcake.
Every time you see a friend, and after they do it, like after they really get those nipples twisted, they're like, "Here's a cupcake for you, homie."
Sure.
So it's like, it's gonna hurt. You get a cupcake, you know.
Yeah. The alternative is no friends
No
at all.
friends at all.
I don't want that. That'd be a
I
lonely.
mean, you still get your wife, you still get your dogs, you still get family, but you don't get like,
but they all suck.
you don't get me. You only have the podcast is over.
Oh man.
Well, then you have to take the nurples.
I feel like you'd get used to that after a while. You maybe get numb to it.
Oh,
Literally.
your nipples get calloused.
You get some callus.
Calloused nipples. Hello, Des Moines.
There
We
it
are
is.
calloused nipples.
Yep. There's a heavy grunge band. Or
No, they're fucking.
they're scream rock.
They're
or-
Christian core all the way to
okay.
We are callous nipples. Hand to God in the mosh pit.
Callous I think I would choose that because having no friends, I think, would be worse in the long run.
Okay, well, good. Cupcakes and callous nipples. That's our boy Andy.
Is it always the same cupcake, or is it different every time?
We'll make it different every time.
That's
So you
good.
get like maybe a banana cupcake.
You
a
ever think
vanilla
about
cupcake?
cupcakes? The difference between a cupcake and a muffin is just frosting.
Dude, why'd you do that to me?
Pretty deep.
It is.
I mean, you just take a muffin and put frosting on it. Now it's a cupcake.
If I took a corn muffin and put vanilla, I bet that'd be pretty good. It'd be a cupcake. A corn muffin cupcake.
Corn cupcake, yeah.
A cup muffin.
Yeah.
Muffin cake.
I mean, if I'm wrong on that, hit us up.
Let me get down on that muffin cake.
Well,
hey,
we got a good one today.
This movie features friends. Speaking of friends that we've been talking about at camp.
Yes.
This is a unique one, though, I think we brought to the campus today, Andy. This is a unique film.
Not exactly a slasher.
Not exactly a slasher,
we
but
thought
still,
it was going in, but
it has like the poster, the angles, the music was brilliant in this film. I put that in my notes later, but I'll just go ahead and say it now. But let's go ahead and get into it. 2025, 1 hour 33 minutes.
Marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
Do we know why it's called Marshmallow?
Yes, because every time you put a marshmallow in your mouth and try to say marshmallow, it starts sounding more like marshmallow, and that's the sound that the campers make when they go into the cabins.
Are you a bullshit artist?
I think you're bullshitting me.
Yeah.
Bullshit artist.
I have no idea why this is called maybe because marshmallows are roasted over an open fire.
Yeah, that could be it. That could be it. More of a camp thing.
More of a camp thing.
The director, though, Daniel Del Purgatorio, I'm told, would talk to us if we reached out. Our friend Colby said we should reach out to him. We haven't tried that yet, but Colby's like, he'll talk to you.
I mean, I think it'd be rad to talk to him, but I really want to do a poll and people really want to. Do they want to hear
about that?
Do they get interested in?
Well,
they might just
supposed to be
be
a
interested
sequel.
in us.
They might be. But Colby also
sequel?
said they've greenlit a sequel to this. It might already be in pre-production. I'm not really sure. We should do some research.
Pre-puberty.
Pre-production.
Pre-production.
We'll get to it. We're gonna spoil this whole movie. But the end sets up nicely for a sequel, I think.
Yeah, we can get into that. So why don't we go ahead and get into Andy's Cliff Killing Little Notes. Brought to you by
Looking around.
Flags. If you want to hoist something to show your appreciation, or you just want to burn something, why don't you grab a flag? And now, Andy's Cliff Killing Little Notes.
Protected by the First Amendment.
Yep.
All right. The Cliff Kill Notes, a brief summary of the movie so you can follow along. This is a good one. Go watch it. I watched it on Amazon Prime. It's available in a few free places. Tubi. Morgan, just a regular preteen kid. He's shy. He's sensitive. He's having trouble fitting in. He's about to spend his summer at camp. The timing is unfortunate because Morgan's grandpa recently died, his last words being a cryptic, "I get to see you now." And Morgan is plagued by nightmares of the time not too long ago when he almost drowned in the swimming pool. It's ammo for the bullies at camp to poke fun at him. But when a campfire story about a killer doctor seems to come to life, Morgan and his camper friends need to rally to survive, and they just may uncover an even bigger, darker secret about the camp.
Oh, God, that was a good one, too.
Yeah.
We need to have...
Thank you.
We need to have a Cliff Kill Notes Hall of Fame. That one would have been in there.
I think... I don't like to pat myself on the back, but sometimes, dude, I'm just in the zone on those, and I nail it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
The endings are what kind of tickle my funny bone testicles.
It's supposed to be, yes, a tease.
Yeah, and so I didn't know there were funny bones in testicles, but if there were, they tickled mine.
Well,
they are today.
Maybe it's just the microplastics.
Yeah, I love the... That kind of stopped me in my paw. And my... That tickled my plastic-ridden balls, too.
Tickled mine, too, Fred.
That
Good
was
Lord. Anyway.
Plastic in my testicles. Like a Frank Sinatra song.
Sure. It's the hit single by Callous Nipples.
By Skank Sinatra.
Callous Nipples.
The callous nipples are a worst friend.
Well, we open the movie.
Yeah, and we start with ominous music.
Dream.
A dream, a lake, at night, a kid with a bowl cut.
Yeah, he's got a bitchin' bowl cut, doesn't he?
I mean, seriously, it looks like the top of a penis.
Or a marshmallow. I don't know.
Ooh! his head looks like the top of a marshmallow penis.
This poor kid. I feel bad. We're going to pick on this poor
But
kid.
he is, as Andy mentioned, his Cliff Kill Notes, that's how we're going to start the film. We're going to start the film with a terrifying dream of someone drowning. We cut to Morgan, the same kid in the dream. He's sitting on the steps of his house, noticing other kids from across the street playing.
Yeah.
And, he's like, he's a shy kid, like Andy said. So, he builds up the courage to go talk to the kids. And Grandpa's sitting in a chair watching them.
Grandpa's on the porch.
Grandpa's played by Corbin Burnson?
Is
from
he?
Major
Yes,
League?
He is. You're right.
Jody, I have to admit.
Corbin Burnson is Roy. Grandpa
Yeah, because
Roy.
of course some of our older listeners might remember him from L.A. Law.
Yeah.
Major League. He played the yuppie shortstop in Major League. But Jody came up to me while I was doing second watch and was like, "It's Corbin fucking Burnson." I was like, "No way!" Anyway, he plays
sure
Grandpa Roy, and he's kind of watching his Morgan go over to those kids, Andy. And when he goes up to the kids, man, it's unfortunate.
They pretty much just call him a loser. Have fun in Nerdville or wherever they.
Yeah. And that's so funny because one of the kids calls him a nerd, and then he takes off on a scooter. I'm like,
Yeah.
riding a scooter? Who's the nerd over here?
Right. It's the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah,
I tell you what.
nerd scooter.
Well, yeah. I mean, you feel bad because the kid, honestly, he was just trying to fit in. Hey guys, can I play catch?
yeah,
too?
I mean, your heart breaks. I mean,
Yeah.
mine did. I mean, if you have empathy, that's what's gonna happen.
Well, that night at dinner,
Yep.
Mom, Dad, Grandpa, and we learn he's going to spend the summer at summer camp. And he claims it's against his will. He's not excited about it.
Yeah, he's reluctant. He doesn't want to do it.
But his parents are like, nah, this is important. We really think you should go. And as Mom and Dad go to clean up the table, Grandpa takes him aside, leans over, and gives him a pocket knife, right?
Yeah, and
He
he
says, like,
and
my
reassures
grandpa
him.
gave this to me.
Yeah.
I'm giving this to you.
And I had some of my best times at summer camp. The best man at my wedding I met at summer camp.
There you go.
So, traditions.
Just trying to talk him up.
Yeah, the traditions start at summer camp. They're important. You're gonna have a great time.
Yeah.
But goddamn, could this not be a worse time after that pep talk? Grandpa Roy gets up, motherfucker drops dead of a heart attack right in front of Morgan.
Damn.
Bullshit artist!
I need to sprinkle in bullshit artists from Greasy
I
Strangler.
don't know if that was a good time to sprinkle that one in.
No,
though.
that was stupid.
So we
but
got to work on that.
I love that we have those new sounds, and I'm sorry if you don't love them, but bullshit.
No, I like him. I love him. But I
We
think
we won't overuse them.
I don't think Grandpa dying
Yeah.
from a heart attack was necessarily a bullshit artist.
Right. Well, he just got done telling Morgan what a great time he's gonna have, and then he died. So he's a bullshit artist. That was my angle on that. He just plays poor Morgan's roller coaster of
Much
emotions.
like I do with my penis sometimes when I'm by myself. That was a stretch.
Awesome. Wow. Oh my God.
We're never going to get through this podcast.
No, so Morgan
Oh, dude.
witnesses. As Grandpa collapses and dies, he says, I get to see you now.
Yes.
What the hell does that mean?
And there's another moment, too,
Yeah.
that comes up that makes me, but that's a good one. I get to, that is kind of, you're kind of like, even first watch, second watch, of course, but
Yeah.
first watch, you're like, what the hell? So,
Smash cut to the funeral.
I got you before summer camp too. Summer music, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Yeah.
I could tell this was filmed in post, Andy, because his bowl cut doesn't look as bowly.
Oh, you think this was shot later?
Yep.
I see.
Because that bowl cut is gone. It's more like straight, like Euro style.
Oh.
But it's not like that great, like that tip.
For
Penis tip
a
shape.
man with no hair, you're really paying a lot of attention to this kid's haircut. You're bald.
So okay, then maybe I'm just like projection. I'm projecting on him.
Do you wish you had hair?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, when I was a teenager, I had long, beautiful hair.
But you look
Luscious.
fantastic the way you look now.
Oh,
Bald
thank you.
works on you, bro. You're
But every time I show a
handsome.
picture of people when I had long hair, like even Jody showed a friend, and they're like, God, Nick was hot.
Yeah.
And now it's like, well, what am I now? Just fucking
No.
pee and poo poo?
No, you're gorgeous.
No, I'm not. I'm
Yes,
fucking.
you are.
No, I look like unicorn balls.
Ah, that's
kind
not
of
true.
magical, but just still disgusting.
No, unicorns don't have balls. Get out of here.
I'm just kidding. I feel great, and thank you for that.
Anyway,
open
yeah.
moments at SlashU.
Right.
Feelings.
feelings. I wish I had a sound effect for that.
That'd be a great one. SlashU Feelings with Nick and Andy, where we talk about like what movies bring us feelings.
We bare our souls.
Are we going to talk about this movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a slasher.
It's the morning of the departure of camp.
Yes.
We learned that Morgan's father has a coworker, and their son is also going to camp, Andy. His name is CJ, but Morgan thinks CJ's a real dick.
They've only met once, but that's it. Like,
Yeah,
he's the only other kid he knows who's going to camp.
But he was also not cool to him. He was a fucking jerk. So let's go to camp, Andy.
Mom says, I know you don't understand, but you need this.
Yep.
Which means more later. I know you don't understand, but you need this. It's going to be good.
Oh, yeah, that's another good Easter egg.
It's one of those where you, second watch, you're like, oh, this line has a different meaning. Off we go.
Yeah, let's go to camp. Everyone's getting ready. Counselors are putting up signs. Basketball nets are being tightened to the rims. And mass killers are making their way to the pond where they sit and wait for unsuspecting kids.
Did ChatGPT write that?
No.
All right.
No, I'm just kind of thinking. It's like, you know, it'd be funny if they put like, you see like a Jason Voorhees like walking into the water with like holding his chain rock because, you know, he's got to go sit at the bottom of the lake for the kids.
Oh, he's got to get ready.
Yeah, so
I get it. We meet the stereotypes.
Yes,
our
the
counselors.
Yes, that's what I wrote as well. That's hilarious.
Rachel is the authoritative one in charge.
Head counselor. There you go. I wrote that as well.
You have Kazwar or Kaz.
Kaz.
He's the buff jock, super strong.
Love that name, Kazwar.
Loves having his shirt off.
Yeah.
And he's making out with Lori, who's the stereotype kind of ditzy one.
Good looking. Like, hey, what's going on? Beauties.
They are lip locked for most of the summer.
Yep.
Franklin, he's kind of the buzzkill, straight laced counselor.
Yeah, kind of adds our culture to the component of the mix. He's like the all-American,
right.
I wrote, kind of like that all-American good guy in high school that everyone liked.
But they call him like Captain Buzzkill or Fun Police.
Yeah.
He's a by-the-book,
yes,
straight-laced guy. Avery, he's the one in the background
hey,
who's
brother,
a stoner.
You got some weed?
Doesn't have a lot of lines in this movie. And the director Collins, is the camp director.
And I love him because it's Paul Soder from Broken Lizard.
Super Troopers.
Like all the Broken Lizard shit. Like I said, he's camp director Collins, so this is his camp. So the counselors and Collins are important.
We should also mention Morgan, played by Q Lawrence, Kue, young kid. Really carries this movie. I mean, because he's in, obviously, the bulk of the movie, it centers around him and his
I can't believe you said that. When Jody and I first watched this, I thought the kids excelled. The kid actors in this excelled.
They were great.
Dirk, the kid who played Dirk, Doink is what Kazlar calls him. We'll get into.
Max Malice.
Did a fucking great job.
He was awesome.
I mean, just him and... This was a good movie. I really did enjoy it.
Yeah, me too.
I really got into the characters. I love the use of Paul Soder. He played his character well as a camp director.
This is billed as sci-fi horror.
Yeah.
And we'll get into a little bit of the sci-fi elements a little later. But, yeah.
Morgan...
We're meeting all the counselors. This is Camp Almar. The slogan is Come to Grow.
Yep. That's kind of... there are a bunch of kids at this camp. Rachel greets Morgan.
Yeah.
She gives him a lanyard to get some access to the camp. And then if he says, if you don't wear this, the line, you'll be sleeping with the fishes, the mom, Morgan's mom, gives her a glare.
Yeah.
Like that I noticed.
Yeah.
Or you'll be sleeping with the fishes if you don't wear this lanyard. And the mom looks at him. So that's something I missed first watch.
I think Rachel's like, sorry about that.
Yeah,
It's
like,
a bad joke.
yeah. But also, you know, it's kind of like death.
It's in poor taste as
poor
well,
taste, yes.
given Morgan's almost drowning history.
Yes. Morgan is now at his own camp. The campers are like kind of going to their separate cabins, like a normal setup that involves any camp in any movie. And this is where we meet CJ.
Yeah, he's rooming with CJ. He also meets Franklin, the counselor. Franklin's very friendly to Morgan and says, you know, I'm Franklin if you need anything. But they gather the campers down by the lake. We meet Dirk. I
love him. He's listeting to his
like
headphones.
A self-affirmation thing.
Yeah, and he's like, you are powerful. You are good. I mean, that to me, like right away, that got me because as this little kid, he's got a little chubby, but I don't think he's not confident. He's got confidence, you know. He's just listening to this, and he's got his eyes closed. He's like totally in a namaste state.
Yep.
Fucking loved it. Kazwar comes up to him and says, hey, what's your name? He holds up his lanyard. It looks like it says Doink instead of Dirk. So Kazwar's kind of a dick. He calls, okay, Doink, no technology.
Yeah. Doink the oink.
Yeah, and so Doink's like, fuck you.
Right.
But they're having this pond meetup, Andy, because it's important to note that this is a swimming certification, if you will. It gives the kids access to all the water sports. They just need to make sure they can swim.
You got to swim out to the buoys and back. That's it. I had to do this. I was in summer camp one summer. They did the same thing. It was wild. They made us all jump in the lake and swim out and swim back just to make sure we were able to swim.
Jody and I went to a little pool. We can go to a public pool here down in a little neighborhood of Milwaukee. And at this pool, before you could go like down this stupid slide and you know, it was nothing.
Yeah.
I had to do a swim test like you said, and I went, what? So all these, just go out there and swim and tread for 5 seconds and come back. So I did it, and then they gave me a passcode so I could go up to the, but we couldn't figure it out. Like, your passcode is, what's your name? I said, Nick. Your passcode is Point Breaker. And I couldn't think of it because Jody had to do it too. So it's just weird that, yes, they have to do it for liability purposes, insurance.
We hated it at the summer camp I was at because the water was freezing cold, and they were making us just jump right in and swim. And if you didn't, they hit you with a super soaker. They made us jump in the water. Yeah. You got to jump in.
Man,
and
times
I
are
was
different
like,
now.
well, if you hesitate, I was like, I don't really want to just jump in. It's cold, you know. And they're like, blam, hit you with the super soaker.
I fucking would have been, man.
Yeah, this was obviously, God, had to be the early 90s because I mean, I was probably 10 or 11.
I went to a day camp, Billy Cox Sports Camp.
Ugh.
And
Billy Cox?
COX.
Ugh. It's all boys camp?
No,
we got to get through this movie.
Okay, yeah. Morgan and Dirk meet, and you can tell a friendship is bonding. Morgan and Dirk. It's time for swimming, and Morgan is reluctant, obviously because that
he almost drowned.
Yeah. You know, or he's familiar with summer camp trope that lies beneath the water.
Oh, there you go. There's a monster in the lake or a killer. He doesn't want to go though.
Yeah, and if you miss this, Morgan, the counselors say, like, if you miss this, you can't. There's no summer activities for you in the water. So
no boating, no
boating,
nothing,
no rope swing, no nothing. He's like, I'm cool.
Yeah.
So CJ starts ripping on him in front of everyone. Everyone starts laughing at him.
This loser's afraid of water.
Yeah. And
CJ like trips him down to the ground, and everybody circles around laughing at poor Morgan.
But it's kind of cool because Raj, one of the homies of Dirk, it's a little group of him, Dirk, Sam, Raj. Raj comes up to CJ and goes, leave him alone. CJ attacks him and beats the fuck out of his face.
That's later.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, that happens later.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Collins just breaks it up and takes CJ.
Yeah, that's right.
Off to his office.
God, I hope I didn't throw everyone off there. Yeah, don't forget what I said.
Yeah,
Thank you.
The jury will dismiss Nick's testimony.
Yes.
Yeah, that happens later.
Yeah, but you're right.
Yeah. Director Collins takes him and says, like, come on, you come with me to the office. So CJ's in trouble day one already.
Very aggressive.
Right.
Knife.
Yeah. They laugh. Like, Collins is there with CJ and this other bully kid, and they're just laughing at poor Director Collins the whole time. And he's like, can't you just try to act like normal, decent human beings? He just sends him away. And
yeah, he's like, just get out of my office.
He
like,
pulls some file out of his drawer, and that's that.
But the file is important because obviously, he's got files on every kids.
Yeah. And that night, campfire.
Yeah, hot cocoa.
Yeah.
We hear the story of Madman Mars.
Yeah, right.
Just kidding. Morgan sits at a campfire where he sees something in the woods. It's like something looking at him, but Dirk joins them along with Sam and Raj.
Yeah.
His little fan group now. And Dirk, around the campfire, wants to tell the story of the doctor. Mm-hmm. Kazwar, the jock, the one with the beautiful chest, stops him. But Rachel, the head camp counselor, she jumps in and tells a story about the doctor. You want to tell the story?
Oh, she claims she's going to tell the PG version, which doesn't sound like it, but it's a doctor who, by day, is just a regular surgeon and good at his job, but at night, he actually butchers his victims and sews their body parts back together.
Yeah, and he did it at this campground. Because this is where he would bring his family and friends to go hunt, fish, and swim.
Well, one day, he sewed his wife and 2 young daughters together so they could be a family together forever. Sewed them together. She's very graphic in telling about this part when all the kids are looking at her really scared. And it's not really clear what happened to the doctor. He was like arrested or something, because all she says is then they tore it all down and built the camp. But sometimes at night, you might run into the doctor in the woods.
If you leave your cabin past curfew, you might see the doctor wandering through the woods looking for his family.
And his cellar with all the body parts.
Yeah, and then, like, how do you know this about the monsters? And Kazwar jumps out, because I was one of them.
Blah! Jump scare.
Yeah, jump scare.
Classic trope in campfire movies.
Oh, yeah, always jump out and
Always
scare.
has a jump scare.
Walking back to the cabins, there's been a girl, Pilar, who's friend, flirty, just kind of like, when you're 12 years old, you're like, do you like to read? I like butterflies.
Yeah.
So she walks him back to this cabin, and Morgan's kind of dumbfounded when he's like, your cabin's all the way over there. Why'd you walk me here? And instead of saying, because I like you, she's like, well, I just thought you could use a little.
You're a fraidy cat.
Yeah. Kissy.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah. This is a nice camp, by the way. Like fucking lanterns up, street lamps, it's
paved walkways.
Yeah, it's a nice ass camp.
Yep.
Morgan wakes up to take a poop
later at night.
And is this a dream, Andy? Because water starts falling all over him. And does he see his grandpa?
I think it's like, you're right. It's like some sort of vision, or maybe he kind of is dozing off on the toilet.
While he's taking a poop.
Yeah, because he has vision of water raining down all through the bathroom stall, and he kind of snaps out of it. You're right, he sees his grandpa, but he snaps out of it and slowly walks out of the bathroom and hears something. He's like, what is that? And he looks over at his cabin across the way and sees someone with a headlamp come out of his cabin. It looks like a weird-ass high-tech beekeeper outfit.
There you go. I love it.
Right?
A high-tech beekeeper outfit with a headlamp.
With a headlamp.
There you go. That's it.
You can't see the person's face, but they're all wrapped up.
Totally visualize that, and that's what he exactly looks like.
And he screams and starts running. And we cut to our jock counselor, Kazwar, and Lori.
They're doing it.
Having some counselor sex.
Penis. When a man loves a woman.
And they hear the kid screaming, and they're like, shit, we have to stop.
Because Morgan makes his way to the camp counselor
lounge.
Counselor lounge.
Yeah, I called it the counselor's lounge.
Yeah, that's good. They reassure him that everything's okay.
Yeah, he's like, someone was in my cabin.
Yeah, they pull his files and kind of realize that he has nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
And the doctor story at that campfire probably didn't help.
Right.
They reassure him.
You're confused. Everything's going to be fine.
Give him some hot cocoa. Take him back to his cabin. And then with that ominous music, again, the soundtrack in this film is brilliant. I just want to go and say that. But it's telling you right away that something is amiss at this camp. And
Franklin takes him back and opens the door. CJ's there asleep in his bunk. Everything's fine.
Yep.
That's that. Go to sleep, Morgan.
Next day, campus is in full swing.
Yeah.
Morgan catches up with Pilar, a little flirty. She gives him some starbursts.
Strawberry, Nick. And Morgan whispers, the best flavor. Yeah. He's like, oh my God, she likes me.
She likes me. And now his boys pop in. Friendships are forming.
Yeah. It's cute.
Yeah. And,
I believe the bond between these kids.
I do too.
You got Raj, Dirk, and Sam. And now Morgan, and they're like, you flirting with your girlfriend?
Yeah,
and Morgan's like,
dudes.
shut up, guys.
Let's go, dudes.
Let's go play tetherball.
Yeah, let's
Off they run.
Let's go find porn magazines. Back at the cabin, Morgan makes his way back to his cabin where he notices CJ looking for something.
Yeah, he's like rifling through all of his stuff.
Seems agitated, something amiss, like something's not right. And kind of Morgan's kind of noticing this.
And he's like, CJ, are you okay? And CJ just shoves him down on his bed and says, leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, and it's kind
scary.
Because it's later that night when Franklin checks in on Morgan. Franklin is a good dude.
That's literally what my notes say. Franklin's a good dude. Right at this spot, Nick.
I wrote it too.
It's right here. Franklin's a good dude.
After 5 years, we should be doing this more.
Yeah, our cycles have definitely matched up.
Our horror cycles.
Right. But yeah.
Our mutilating, instead of menstruating cycles, it's our mutilating. Wait, that didn't. But I was trying to be fun.
We didn't have to expand on it. We could just keep moving.
Morgan wants to dip out of rooming with CJ.
Yes.
He's like, Franklin, I want to get out of here. He's like, you're good. Don't worry. Everything's going to be fine. Give him a chance.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, Morgan tells Pilar and Dirk that CJ was acting weird.
Yeah.
And not himself. And this is when CJ walks up and says, can we talk, homie?
Yeah. Morgan, can we talk alone?
Yeah.
And they walk away. Morgan's like, oh, okay. Because CJ's being super friendly now.
Yeah.
And he basically is just like, hey, I wasn't too wild when my dad said I was going to be rooming with you here, but I'm sorry. Can we just have a fresh start, a reset?
Yep.
And a fresh start. And Morgan's like, yeah, CJ, that sounds good. As they're strolling out onto the pier, and CJ makes some crack about like, by the way, I think you forgot something. And Morgan's like, what? And CJ's like, your swim test. Boom. Shoves him in the water. Where Morgan rather sinks like a stone.
Yes.
And Raj comes running up and confronts CJ and goes, what the hell did you just do?
Yes.
And that's when CJ
jumps Raj and starts pummeling him.
Hitting him hard.
Bring that back off the court records.
All the while, poor Morgan is just floundering in the water with visions of his grandpa pulling him out of the water.
Yeah.
We're bouncing back and forth between that and CJ just punching Raj in the face on the ground. It's a weird intercut of all of this.
Good editing.
Yeah, and it's just confusion and anxiety.
But who saved it? Did Grandpa save him or did...
Right. I was like, is his memory of his grandpa pulling him out of the water? Is it his grandpa keeping him in the water, trying to drown him? I was like, what was going on with that in Morgan's memories? But Kaz pulls Morgan up out of the water and is doing CPR, and Lori comes running up and he's like, get CJ. Lori obviously can't pull CJ off of Raj. Director Collins ends up pulling him and it's like, get the goddamn nurse.
So
because CJ seems to be like in a trance, just wanting to punch the shit out of
violent. I wrote what's going on at this camp, Andy. Mm-hmm. Later that night, and this is when all the shit goes down. This is the night. So the kids frolic playing flash tag, catching lightning bugs.
Yeah.
While Morgan watches from his cabin because he's had a rough start at camp. He just fucking almost drowned
again. Yeah.
Yeah. So Morgan is woken up by his friends. They're good pals, Yeah. They're like, come on, let's go play. Don't be a, like kids, joking. Don't be a puss. Like they're like.
I like how Raj, he was just getting pummeled earlier in the day, and now doesn't seem like there's much of a scratch on him.
I know.
Like he has a little bit of a black eye and a little bit of a bruised nose and lip.
I thought he would have bandages because of all the blood.
No bandages.
Yeah.
He's just got some bruising around his nose and mouth.
Fair enough.
But he got his ass kicked.
He was bleeding pretty bad, too.
Yeah.
As they're trying to get Morgan up, Director Collins walks in.
Yep. Let's leave Morgan alone.
Yeah, let's leave him alone. His buddies take off. He gives us some hot cocoa, tells them that we have a lot to do with CJ. He just needs a reset.
Yep. Second time they've said that word.
Yeah, exactly. Note, they really want the kids to drink the hot cocoa.
Director Collins says, be sure you drink your cocoa. Jokingly, like, that's an order.
Yeah, do it, you mother... But he decides not to.
Yeah,
because
he doesn't.
He wants those strawberry starbursts that his girlfriend gave him.
Yeah.
Pilar.
So Morgan eats the starburst instead.
Yeah. Morgan is having dreams of his grandpa, calling his name, telling him that he gets to see him now.
I get to see you now.
And again, this is coming up again too. So
Strange.
It's like, what the hell is happening? And this is the part.
I wrote the movie. He's at the dinner table with his grandpa, haunted by his last words.
Yes.
Because they're sitting at the table and his grandpa's got a glass of wine and he's drunkenly shouting, I get to see you now. And there's water raising up from the
fucking
floor.
Intense dream, Andy.
It's an intense dream. And Morgan snaps awake in a cold sweat.
And notices that CJ's not in his bed.
Yeah.
The hot cocoa has gone flat. As you can see, like the whipped cream is all flat now. The Starburst wrappers are open to show that, again, like we said, he enjoyed those instead of the cocoa. Yeah, Morgan sees lights flickering in a cabin. He didn't drink the hot cocoa, so he is awake. This is kind of what I'm assuming now. He decides to take a look around to see what's happening.
We could spoil that much. The cocoa's drugged.
Yes.
The kids all drink it, so they stay asleep.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Because that's a good point to bring it up, because he sees, like, in this cabin, there's, like, like a strobe light.
Yeah.
Classical music plays faintly in the background.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, as Morgan goes inside, he hears metallic grinding and...
Yeah, it sounds like a buzzsaw going, and he comes to this room that's just lit up and bright, bright white.
Yes.
It's blindingly white.
Yes.
He peeks behind, like, a clear plastic curtain. He sees CJ laying there with his chest split open wide and, like, tubes coming out.
Yes!
So naturally, he freaks out. And someone in that high-tech beekeeper outfit bumps into him from behind.
Who I'm just going to refer to as the doctor.
The doctor. And Morgan, stumbles on the floor and starts freaking out and clamoring for a scalpel. He turns and stabs into this doctor's
Was it the scalpel
foot.
or was it the pocket knife that he
I thought it was a scalpel.
I thought it was the pocket knife that his grandpa gave him. Doesn't matter.
He stabs him in the
foot
and runs. This doctor grabs a taser.
These tasers. Let's talk about these tasers.
Big old cattle prod taser.
I mean, they use these motherfuckers. I think the movie should have been called Taser. Instead of, because Marshmallow doesn't make sense. Taser would make a little bit more sense. Tased or something.
Tased and confused.
Yeah.
All right.
Tased and comatose.
Sure.
But the doctor grabs a taser, and Morgan makes his way to the cabin of his pals.
Yeah.
Tells him that the doctor is real. And Raj, is like, dude, I'm done dealing with your shit. No one's gonna believe you. But fucking A, dude, Raj is quickly regrets saying his word because the doctor runs in to the same cabin where Morgan and his friends are.
And tases poor Raj.
Raj is down.
Which leaves Dirk, Sam, and Morgan screaming, and they shove their way past this doctor and run out. Take off, screaming for help.
Chaos at the campsite now. Code Bronco Butler.
Yeah, Kaz is in the counselor lounge, looks out the window and sees what's going on. All these kids are running, and there's a guy with a taser chasing him and calls on the walkie-talkie. We have a Code Bronco Butler.
So what they're trying to do is gather all the kids in the mess hall. So our counselors are going, come in here,
Run to the mess hall.
Run to the mess hall. They get to...
Morgan and his buddies are like...
We have to get to Pilar.
Yeah, and Dirk's like, you're thinking about your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Morgan's like, yeah, well, she's all the way on the other side of camp. Let's go. So instead of going to the mess hall, they rush to the girls' side of the cabins, I guess.
Yes, and... they explain the doctor is real.
Yeah.
And
I think
he appears.
They get to the girls.
Yeah,
where
the zapper.
the zapper.
the bug zapper gets a band of her friends, but she has a friend.
Caroline,
Pilar, Caroline, and the boys run off. So we're, the kids are getting tased left and right. You see kids' bodies laying on the floor.
Yeah.
Rachel is yelling from the mess hall. If you can hear my voice, come this way.
Right, and Caroline wants to run to the mess hall, but Morgan's like, I don't trust anybody anymore.
Yes.
The five of us should try to get out of here on our own.
Yeah, and they're great shots of the doctor, again, in this suit, walking through the woods. Like, I thought the director of photography did a really good job on this because it's the light,
It's like backlit.
Yeah, and there's kids' bodies laying in the woods, and he's kind of walking through.
Just tasing him. Franklin runs up to the doctor and is like, stop, like, you don't have to do this. And this doctor just shoves Franklin down on the ground where he hits the back.
Didn't hit him, just kind of push him away.
Shoves him down and he bonks his head on the ground. Kaz, all the kids are in the kids gathering in the mess hall. Kaz grabs a
because he's the beef macho jock guy.
Grabs a baseball bat off. So you're thinking like, oh shit, these counselors are trying to defend these kids from some weird guy with a taser. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Kaz is like grabs the bat,
but he didn't hurt Franklin. He didn't zap him. He didn't do it. So right there, I knew something was up.
Oh, and I was just like, all right, Kaz, he's gonna grab this bat and he's gonna beat the shit out of this doctor.
I'm gonna go take care of business.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, the beefcake Kaz is gonna beat up this doctor and save all these kids, right?
Yeah.
No.
Meanwhile, Pilar, Dirk, Sam, Morgan, and Caroline.
Yes. Get to the boathouse.
They get to the boathouse and they're trying to formulate a plan.
Where should they go? Should they swim across the lake or take a boat across the lake?
Yeah, I feel like Pilar wants to regroup with the campers and work with the adults.
Yeah.
Some want to grab a boat and go across the lake to go to safety. But this is where Morgan tells a story why he doesn't do water.
You guys can take the boat, but I can't.
Yeah, there's just no way. I had a pool in my backyard of my old house, and I fell in. I tripped over the vacuum that used to clean the bottom of the pools, and I just sunk straight down until my grandpa pulled me out. I'll never get that feeling of losing my breath and losing control. He doesn't want to hold anyone back, but he's just not going to get on the boat.
So now we've got Morgan's backstory. Yep. Why he is not all about water and how he almost drowned in their pool.
Exactly.
They hear someone coming and hide. It's Kaz. And they all want to stay hiding, but the one kid, Sam, comes out of hiding because he thinks Kaz is there to help. And he's like, help, here I am. And Kaz is like, it's all right, we're going to be okay. Kaz takes him outside, hands him to this
the
doctor
doctor.
dude who tases him.
Drops him down.
So the other kids are like, oh, fuck.
They see this.
Kaz is working with this weird doctor beekeeper guy.
So he's like, those kids have got to be in there. I'm going to go look for him.
Yep.
Right when he turns around, they give him a kayak, right, the bottom of a kayak, right to the face.
Right to the face. They
drops the Jock Kazwar to the ground.
Yep, he falls and he's cussing the whole way. The doctor drags poor Sam away. Rachel gathers the other kids in the mess hall, and that's when the doctor comes in to the mess hall, and you have an exterior shot where you hear screaming and you see the taser lighting up over and over as this doctor's just tasing each and every child in this mess hall.
I know, and it's so rad. It's just even the foreboding music, the soundtrack, it's adds tension to every scene, the music does. I really dig it. I know I pointed that out, but it really is good.
Well, we should point out here that Morgan, Dirk, and Pilar got separated from Caroline as they ran out of the boathouse, but Caroline hid. And so she's on her own running through the woods. She falls down a hill and breaks her ankle or gets a stick through.
That's a gnarly injury. That's
through
how I
her
wrote.
ankle.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Broken skin, bone, shit. It's
gross.
bad. Yeah.
So this poor little girl's on her own as she's limping through the forest. Meanwhile, Morgan, Dirk, and Pilar come upon Franklin, the counselor, as he's coming out of the bathroom tending to the back of his head where he got shoved to the ground. And Franklin says, you guys don't have to worry. He gives them the code to get into the door to the office.
Yes.
I'll buy you guys some time. You guys run to the office.
Yeah, because I think he's sending them there because that's where they're going to find some answers.
And he's kind of on their side.
Or use the phone, I think. He call for help, use the phone.
Right. Meanwhile, poor Caroline limps up out of the woods onto the road where a squad car just happens to be coming by.
Right away, I knew.
Boop, boop.
Right. Well, the cops could have saved her, Andy.
Yeah, exactly, Nick. This is great news. Caroline's like, he's coming after all my friends. He's terrorizing the camp. You got to save me. You got to help. And the cop loads her in the back seat. It's going to be fine. Don't worry. It's gonna be
First
fine.
watch, I knew that this was, obviously because I saw the kid get handed off, but I knew it wasn't going to be that easy. But
She thinks she's safe, and the officer loads her into the car. Meanwhile, Morgan, Dirk, and Pilar get to the office, and they try to use the phone, Nick, but it's not really working right.
Nope.
The phone's got a weird voice. It's talking about how we've been notified something, sending reinforcements to your location or something. What is that about?
Morgan finds CJ files, and it's not just a normal. It is kind of aggression, things that kind of points out. But this is just kind of letting us know that our kids here are going to probably dive more into some files that are in this office.
What's going on?
Back with our counselor, the doctor appears with the counselors, and he just takes off his mask. It's Avery, the stoner.
Yeah.
He's he's in the doctor suit, and they're all in on it, Andy. They're all in on it.
They're all chatting, talking about what the fuck's going on here.
They know Franklin might be covering for the kids because they know he's a nice guy.
And that's where Rachel...
Where in the fuck are they?
Yep. Corners Franklin and just says, where the fuck are they? So, back at the office, Pilar hugs Morgan because she's scared. Dirk's just hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
You guys are great. We're all friends here.
Yeah.
Not just camp friends. We're
friends for life.
Friends for life.
Peanut butter milkshakes.
Suddenly, they spot Kaz walking up with his baseball bat.
And Dirk does the honorable thing.
He tells Morgan and Pilar, you guys hide in the closet. I'm going to confront this bully. He is between me and him. This fucking dickhead. So the door's locked. Kaz can't get in. And he ends up doing a big bad wolf type of thing.
Yeah, how would he know? I just always know. How do you know when to open it? I don't know if he's looking through a peephole, but he opens it, and of course...
Kaz comes running at the door, and Dirk opens it at the last second, and he just charges through and trips. And Dirk gets the drop on him with the baseball bat and hits him.
Yeah.
Knocks him out.
And Rachel is also there with a taser.
Tases poor Dirk.
Yeah, so Deputy Maxwell pulls up. She's the one with Carolyn.
Yeah.
She's in on it too. She's like, you gotta get your shit together here.
Cop, get your shit together.
What's going on here, Andy?
And Rachel gets out her walkie-talkie and finally says, initiate rollback protocol. So,
I guess that means they're gonna make all the kids forget.
If this is your first time watching, you're going, what is happening here?
Exactly.
What is going on?
This is what I wrote. They should have called this movie Tased instead of Marshmallow.
We get some shots of multiple people in beekeeper outfits walking through the woods, I guess, surrounding the camp.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Counselor Lori gets her boyfriend Kaz. He's got a bloody nose. It's obviously a broken nose. Gets him up off his feet. Poor Pilar and Morgan are still in the office now. They've been left alone, and they're going through the files. Morgan finds in CJ's file where it says DOB. I know that means date of birth, but what does DOD stand for?
Date of death.
Date of death. And what's that mean? Morgan takes his own file, and he has a little freak out, and you can hear the voice of his grandpa in his head saying, I get to see you now, and he just screams.
He died in the pool, Andy.
We get footage, we get the footage of those
He died in the pool.
these other doctors loading kids in their vans, unpacking various equipment.
Yeah, there's those weird doctor-looking outfits. Like you said, the beekeeper with the headlight. They got medical suitcases.
Yeah.
With probably something that has to do with medicine or zombie rejuvenation. Back with Rachel and Collins, they're silent, worried.
Sharing a beer.
Yeah, they know they're gonna have to have some explaining to do tomorrow. They sedate. We learned this the cocoa sedation.
Yeah, Colin's like, did you forget the cocoa?
They operate on the kids in the middle of the night. The camp is where Collins, I think, would probably be the main medical doctor, can work on the kids every night.
Rachel even says, like, the cocoa puts them to sleep. It doesn't incapacitate them.
Yep.
I'm surprised this hasn't happened yet. You know, I'm surprised we made it this long. They talk about operating, but Collins is like, you're supposed to keep this illusion on track. But the conversation is cut short.
By Morgan and Pilar.
They appear with tasers in their hands, and Morgan just flat out says, are we dead?
The power of the taser is real, Mr. Damos.
Are we fucking
Are
dead?
we fucking dead?
We found our files. I drowned.
Morgan Davis is dead. You're an approximation of what he could have been. You're a guesstimate of what, we're trying to do here.
Yeah, Collins just says, like...
Franklin busts in. I'm going to let you take it from here, Andy, because I want to hear your take on this process.
Oh, yeah, Franklin says, have some compassion. These are just kids. This is supposed to be a safe and humane process. And Collins disagrees, like, they're not kids. And Morgan's like, oh, yeah? They're scared. They're crying. Collins finally, he goes to walk out, but he says, I understand why this is sinister to you. I'm trying to keep families together. My son died when he was young. This technology has given us a way to alleviate every parent's worst nightmare of losing their child early. How can that be bad? And he leaves. And Franklin tells Rachel and Kaz and Lori, you guys all leave too. I'll take care of these kids. Rachel's like, what the fuck? They know everything. And Franklin says, I'll do a system wipe. So they don't fully explain it, but they all leave. Franklin is alone with Pilar and Morgan.
What do you want to know?
What do you want to know? And we get more footage of the doctors picking up all the other kids as Franklin's voiceover is talking about how they're going to wipe the last 4 hours from the campers' memories.
They want to know what Franklin does, and he's like the IT behind it. He's like the director of...
engineer.
Engineer that kind of helps erase memories.
So Morgan's like, are we robots?
Yeah.
And Franklin's
you're not robots, you're not
really.
humans. Yeah, you're not human,
either.
you're not robot.
You eat, you drink, you breathe. It's all part of the program, but you don't grow. You come to camp to be surgically grown. They just make you an inch taller here or there.
Yeah.
Make your voice a little deeper.
And what about camps as I get older? Well, then it won't be camps. It'll be college trips.
College trip or something.
Yeah, like an adult. It'll probably be an adult conference, so...
And we see the
all
doctors...
these kids are motherfucking dead, Andy.
They've all died at one point.
Yeah,
they were real children, but they passed away.
It's like AI shit.
And so their parents...
These kids are like Chat GPT babies.
Their parents must have paid for whatever this technology is to sort of recreate the children so that they could have their kids back.
Yeah.
They're not clones, That's what I thought first.
They're not humans or robots. I mean, they're AI zombies.
Cyborgs or something.
Franklin... They question why Franklin's telling him all this, and Morgan realizes that because we're probably going to forget what he's telling us.
But Franklin says, you could wake up.
Yeah,
like this never happened.
he drunk some hot cocoa in front of them.
Yep.
He puts the cocoa in front of them and gives them the choice. Do you want to forget all this, or do you want to stay and see what comes next?
Do you want to have a say in what comes next?
Do they drink it, Andy?
Well, we can talk about that at the end if you want, but I don't think Morgan drinks it. Pilar might drink it.
If you put any song on slow motion and take out the instrument, it sounds fucking creeping.
And that's what we get here.
What a wonderful world.
We get a creepy version of What a Wonderful World.
I mean, all the small things.
Jimmy Eat World. Yeah.
Oh, that's Blink 182.
Oh, small things. I thought you were, yeah. It just takes some time.
Yeah,
little girl. Sorry.
But that would be creepy as fuck.
All the small things. No, it's just we get the What a Wonderful World as a montage of kids playing because it's like the next day. It's like nothing happened. Kaz comes up to the boys with his busted nose and bruised eyes and says, oh, you know, I had an accident. And that's when Morgan goes, you sure it wasn't a boating accident? Kaz kind of gives him a look. Meanwhile, Director Collins is on the phone with someone, a man's voice, saying there's been widespread reports of these kids doing violent things. And Collins is like, we have it all under control. And the guy says, you understand, I'm hearing reports from all kinds of other camps all across the network. Meaning not this camp isn't the only one.
Yeah, there's tons of them.
It's a systemic issue. Morgan, this is all voiced over as Morgan walks out on the pier.
He jumps in,
takes off his shirt, and jumps in the water.
But as
he's
jumps
gonna go for a
in,
swim.
They do a pan out shot, and there's a floating fucking
Rachel's body.
Rachel's dead ass body floating in the water.
Yeah.
Fucking.
The man on the phone explains they're becoming hostile. It's a full blown crisis, but it's your neck on the line, Hugh Collins. And Collins looks up to see Pilar, who's busted into his office, covered in blood, holding a knife. They stare at each other as the man on the phone's like, Collins, what the fuck? Where are you? Hello, are you there? And as she jumps, shrieks and jumps at Collins, we cut to black. What a wonderful world.
Roll credits!
So, yeah, you could see a sequel where we maybe zoom out and expand the universe a little bit.
Yeah,
other camps, a network.
Are they, or are we gonna do it like one of those sequels where it starts the next day, like the Adam Green? Well, they've done a lot. Where you start that day, where Pilar comes walking out of the cabin, covered in more blood, and then Morgan,
she's got Colin's head in her hands.
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah,
I love it. I'm saying brilliant like I'm an old English. Brilliant. Do you like fish and chips?
This
on a scale of 4 taser guns to 12 taser guns, what do you give this?
Oh, well, the twist at the end where the kids aren't real kids, they're, recreated.
I'm giving
facsimiles.
it a solid 10.
It jumps. It's definitely a 10.
10 taser guns. I would definitely recommend this movie.
We just spoiled it all for you. So.
Yeah, I hope. But I think people know that we spoil. I hope so.
We said that early.
Yeah, we do say it.
The potential here to, expand out and explore more what's going on, because
they show more dead bodies than Rachel. They show it.
I thought they were showing Rachel floating and then her washed up on the shore a minute or two later or something.
That might be her. Yeah. I didn't know if it was Lori.
I only counted her as the only kill.
Yeah.
Nobody else died.
Hold on. Let's see the kill count.
Yeah. Rachel. Maybe Collins.
See, reasons like that is the only reason I don't care if anyone listens to us. That was the funniest. That was the greatest kill count ever.
1. And maybe
Rachel.
Maybe Collins.
Who knows?
But they cut to black. But it's just cool how. Okay, so let's pick this apart just for a minute or two. But so this is all right. It's near future. This is
I think it's present day.
Present day. They've developed some sort of technology where if your child died unexpectedly, it was a horrible tragedy, we can actually rebuild your kid, whether it's some sort of cybernetics or something. It's not fully human.
You still bleed.
No, you still breathe. You have to eat, sleep.
Bleed.
But they're not robots. They're not clones, but they don't grow. So every summer they got to come to camp. They come to grow. And the doctor does surgery. And like Franklin was saying, you might grow an inch. We might make your voice a little deeper. We might put a little pubic hair on you. You know what I mean?
But does their mind develop? Because that's part of the
programming.
Process.
The programming, I guess, is the software part of it. Collins handles the hardware by doing the surgery, I guess, if you want to use robot terms.
Yeah.
But the kids then, I guess, eventually the deal is that they grow up and get older.
But how do their minds develop if every year they're reset? I mean, I would think
they're not reset. They're just there at camp.
But they're tweaking the aggression of CJ.
Sure. Well, that was the thing that they were struggling with, the programming of.
So that's why you see him freaking out and not. I mean, that kind of is a show of what this voiceover, this voice on the other end of Collins's phone is like. Yeah. Something's fucking wrong here.
Yeah.
So just because we saw how CJ just fucking.
So is it maybe when they get to a point where they're maybe hitting puberty? Their programming isn't working right.
I don't know. The concept. I'd love for them to do a sequel because I'd like to see the director, writer, their vision on how this became to be. What is more? Let's get more involved in this technology because
explain it more. Yeah.
When Morgan walks in on CJ on the operating table, he's his insides are gutted out. It looks like
Yeah.
there's a rib sitting outside of him, you know?
He's
So
got, like, tubes and stuff coming out
well,
of
like,
him.
why do they, do they, I guess if that's part of the growing process, because you think, I don't know when you stop growing, 18 maybe,
Yeah. It's different for everybody.
yeah, so you could do pretty much whatever you want
It's
to these
just
bodies.
interesting that.
I'd like to hear the story become more developed.
Oh, and then you could totally dive into like the ethics of this, So you have these grieving parents. Kid died when he was 8 years old. Whatever. They're just distraught, absolutely beside themselves. They can't live without their little Tommy, so they pay to get Tommy like recreated and get him back up and running. You know what I mean? Like the implications of that. Mom and dad were so selfish that they couldn't let him go. They
Well-
paid for this dad, and now this Tommy's grown into this horrible killer.
Hello, Pet Cemetery.
Exactly. But I mean, he wasn't buried in the ground and resurrected
But
magically.
but it still has that component of I want my child to live.
But
I
then-
don't care what we have to do.
And it's not, but the premise then of this movie is you realize it wasn't just Morgan's family, it's every single family of all the kids at
This
this
is
camp.
where /U feelings could come into play because
Yeah.
we could have a debate on the ethics of it. Because I've
And
got
at the
things to
end,
say.
they hinted
/U feelings.
they hinted a larger network. So it's not just this camp of,
But
150
they do that in
kids.
zombie movies too. It's like, hello, like that.
Yeah.
This is Morgan from calling. So you hear a lot other camps across.
So they could explore, like, is this a whole, industry?
Oh my God, parents would do it in a heartbeat. But
millions of dollars to have their kids recreated so they
But
can
there's
keep
a
living with them.
component because I don't know if it would be this easy to get through because if your kid dies, obviously you're not. I mean, does he go to the hospital? Do you have a funeral for him? Because I asked this because they would not. How do they get the kid from death to the camp?
Yeah.
Because you would have to bribe doctors. You would have to.
Pilar
bribe,
asked that when Franklin was explaining it
Oh.
to him. Pilar, remember, she said, like, well, do our friends know? And Franklin says, if your parents told them.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So,
But that's what I'm saying.
yeah. So if your kid passed away, like, you could take the route of he didn't actually die. They saved him at the hospital, and now he's fine. Think about Morgan's specific
Yeah, but
story.
they show that in between the funeral because I mean, it's.
They said
it's
Morgan-
Like, well, you don't have to worry about that. It's a movie, but it's still kind of cool. You can tell the story.
They're probably gonna have to explain stuff
Right.
like that. Morgan almost drowned was the story that his parents came up with. You almost drowned. Grandpa saved you, but he actually did drown.
Yes, he died.
So did they tell, his principal at school, or does his teacher at school know that this is a little robot clone thing, or do
Yeah,
they
because
think
their brains are reset
or
because
do they
obviously
think
they
it's
don't
actually
know.
Morgan?
But it's
There's so
like-
much.
He goes to camp every year.
Yeah, this was his first year though. That's why his mom said you need this because he has to grow.
I understand, but then do they remember that they come back? We're diving in a little deep
Yeah.
here, but
They go every year because a lot of the kids, it's like their second or third year in the movie. I don't think their minds get reset every year. What's supposed to happen is they go to camp, they go to sleep at night. Collins operates on them. At the end of the summer, maybe they grew 6 inches.
all of a sudden they wake up. I've got a full thing of pubes and a beard, and my voice is
It
different.
just happens gradually so that at the end of the summer, they're like another year older. That's the whole idea.
Wow. But does he put stuff in their body that maybe shows up a month later? Like
They had to be
does he
reset
plant
though.
the seeds of pubes?
But they had to be reset though here because of all the bullshit that went down. They all woke up in the middle of the night.
I'm hoping that pre-production and a sequel works in this. But
Maybe we should talk to Daniel Del Purgatorio and ask him about
Colby, if you're listening to this, hook it up. Hey, but
Rachel.
Next week we have some fun.
next week's our Easter episode.
It's our hip hop episode. Get it? Get it?
I get it.
Get because of hip hop, because of bunnies.
Oh, we have a doozy.
I have some bunny ears I want you to wear.
I'm excited to wear them.
Okay.
So
I'm probably going to be wearing the same shirt just so everybody knows.
next week, we're covering a fresh one from 2026.
I cannot wait. Ted
1 hour, 31 minutes.
Bunny.
Ted Bunny.
Ted Bunny.
We're not mispronouncing Ted Bundy.
No, it's Ted Bunny.
Ted Bunny.
That's why it's our hip hop episode.
Yep.
Again, you do get that joke, right?
I get it.
Because of the hop?
Hippity hoppity.
Okay, good.
Filmmaker Sasha finds Catherine, who claims to be a Ted Bundy victim. At Catherine's remote farmhouse, Sasha's crew uncovers horrific secrets. After her crew is killed with no evidence left, Sasha and a rogue cop hunt the unleashed terror known as Ted Bunny.
Woohoo!
So that'll be an exciting episode of /U for Easter.
I can't wait to get on it. I'm so excited I get to spend Easter with you, Andy. And all of you at /U, our new listeners, if you're out there, we want to thank you. Thank you for being a /U friend.
Thank you for being a friend.
Thank you for being a SlashU friend where the benefits come in the prizes of kissing.
Okay. Tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
Leave us a review.
Leave us
share
a
the
review.
show. That's how we get better and grow. And we
And if
will,
you ever want to talk to us, reach out to us on social media or email. We are there for you.
yeah.
We love you.
We're going to continue covering cheesy campy slashers.
I am Nick.
And I'm Andy.
And until next time, Ted Bunny.
Class dismissed. Wee!